Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've already started this eye because this is my second time filming this just because I'm getting like my order of events just so messed up. But you know, I'm doing a get ready with me and kind of still letting you get to know who I am as a person. So I think I left off on like how I was moving in with my aunt. But anyways, as you saw from the previous video, I was bouncing around from house to house. I did not have a stable home, and then my aunt, who is my mother's sister, decided to take me in, and that was probably one of the best things that could have ever happened because I was bouncing around from like school to school, not really like forming any stable relationships. And I think that kind of lingers into like my behavior now. Like I'm very impulsive and like I don't try and form meaningful relationships. Like the minute something goes like wrong, I'm like, fuck it, gotta go, bye. Because I felt like, you know, it wasn't gonna bite me in the ass later because it was never a thought like I was ever gonna see these people again. So it kind of like trickled into my adulthood. But so I just kind of started, my aunt took me with consent from my father because my father was in and out of rehab. He was a drunk and really did not have the ethic to be taking care of me or any of my siblings for that matter. But she took me. Now I'm starting like 4th grade with like her and, you know, getting her lessons. And my mom was, I think, like a year away from getting out of prison at that time. So I was really happy to know that, and I was like, I was in safe arms where I would be with her and know that like at the end of this year my mom was gonna be in my arms. So that was like the coolest thing ever to like figure out. And as that was happening, that's 4th, 5th grade, and I started to realize like I like boys. Like as early as 4th and 5th grade, like I knew like guys were hot. I was just like, I like them so much. I was like, they're so sexy, and like obviously I didn't know what sexy was, but I was like, they're so like, there's something about them that draws me to them. So at this point, I think it's 4th grade going into it's 5th grade actually. I'm living with my aunt, just learning like more about like the Spanish side of my family, and really just getting to like reconnect with them and just be like, finally, like I get to see you guys after not seeing you guys for like half my fucking life. And not really, but you know, seeing you guys forever, and it was so sad, and it was just like so amazing because I got to see all of them again. I was like, oh my god, I get to see my grandma again, my aunts, my cousins. Like, yes. So getting reconnected with them was really cool. I was so happy and just so like just, it was like honestly one of the happiest moments to like finally reconnect with that side of my family. Not because I hated my dad's side of the family, but just because like I had just been like so disconnected from them. And it was like the closest thing I had to like my mom is her family, like her side of the family, until she like got out. So I was like, this is like perfect, like I'm so happy. And so I started living with them. Life's grand. They're very accepting, very sweet people. They were always, you know, in my corner. There was kind of like some favoritism, but I feel like that's just with everybody, with like any family. There was always gonna be a little bit of favoritism, but whatever. I never took it to heart because I was like, whatever, my mom's getting out, so don't give a shit about you know, who you favorite in, so whatever. And at one point, during 5th grade, did anything significant? No, so we can skip into 6th grade now. Now I'm, my mom is out at this point. I'm living with her and her boyfriend. I'm basically reconnecting with her and letting her get to know who I am as a person. However, there was always like a side to me that said like, you know, you can't let this person in because they're not going to accept you for like who you are and what you like. And I really had not like come to terms with who I was as a person. It's just so funny that like I was just like thinking like I knew who I was, but I kind of did. Like I knew I was very feminine. I knew like I like different things than the typical like, you know, average child I was. And it was just like, I didn't, you know, it was very interesting. Like I liked makeup. I loved crop tops. I did like video games, and I think that's what threw my mom off when I came out. I liked video, or like just that, and I still like tomboy things, or like, you know, things that were labeled like for boys or whatever. Like I still liked those things. Like, I like video games. I love roughhousing. I still love that to this day. Like, to this day, I still like to fight. Like, not like seriously, but I love like fighting my friends and getting to play fights and like throwing hands and just being extra. Like, that's my shit. So we move in with them, or me and my mom and her boyfriend move in together, and I loved my mom's boyfriend. He was so sweet. He actually taught me how to shave. He taught me how to do a lot of things with myself, and just was like the sweetest person you could ever imagine, but it just didn't work out between them. So my mom and I decided to take one more move, but luckily I stayed in the same school. I still got to maintain these friendships. I didn't have to, like, you know, rebrand basically amongst all these new people, and just like, you know, it was cool. It was like stability finally after so long of like not having it. So yeah. So then after that, I think after they broke up, my mom and I were just living on our own. I had started to, you know, lean more towards my sexuality, like learn more about it. I started looking at porn, not because I was just like trying to like masturbate, because I actually just don't masturbate. But I just looked at it because I was like, what is this? Like, I typed in gay and I was just like, what is this? And then I typed in like trans. I was like, what is this? It's like, it's a whole new world. I was like, what the hell is going on? So then that was 6th grade, and then 7th grade. I started to kind of flunk a little. I was always like, whatever. I was always a B student. I never could get like straight A's. I always got all B's. And I always tried to get all A's. I always had like A's and B's, but for the most part it was like B's and B pluses. So I always got the B honor roll or whatever. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but we'd have like ceremonies that commend you for, you know, making a certain GPA or like grade. I'm just cleaning my nose ring or whatever. And I was always just a B student. It was so upsetting. I was like, fuck, I want to be an A student so bad. So that happened. Then after that, what else happened? Yeah, I started flunking a little. Towards 7th grade or 8th grade, when it's time to become like a senior, I was freaking out. I was just like, okay, you thought middle school was bad, high school's gonna be worse. I've seen the movies. I was so scared as a freshman. I was like terrified. My style started to change a little because like I wasn't wearing what my mom let me wear. I was wearing, like, when my mom would let me like pick things out for me, it was like Puma and stuff like that. And, you know, now it's like trendy or whatever. And I still have some Puma things, like from actually when I was a kid. But I would never, like, my style started to shift to like, I was wearing like My Chemical Romance shirts. Like, I wanted Skella Animals or whatever that was. That Hot Topic brand with little animals that were like bones or whatever. And everyone loved it. Like, I ate that shit up. I was a Hot Topic baby. I love that. And I remember trying to be so seen. I remember trying to be like emo and like all that. But I could never successfully pull it off because my mom would never let me grow my hair or have tattoos. And I remember always looking on MySpace or like Photo Bucket, if anyone remembers that. I remember always looking on like Photo Bucket and being like, ugh, Mom, you're ruining my life. I want to be cool and I want to have all these tattoos and like I want to have snake bites and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, thank God my mom did not let me do that because I would have looked like a train wreck right now. I'm so glad my mom did not allow me to get tattoos until like a certain age. So, at that point, my style was changing. My mom was kind of getting freaked out about it. She wasn't even freaked out about like my sexuality. She was just freaked out that I was like wearing all this dark like clothing and I was like into Marilyn Manson and Slipknot at a young age. Like, what the fuck is going on with my child? Like, are they gonna kill me or something? So that was like my mom's perception of like the way I dressed. It was kind of funny. But funny enough, my dad defended the way I dressed. So we ended up, my mom started getting a little weirded out by like the things I started being interested in, and I was always an introverted child, so it was like, my child's probably gonna kill me one day. Nope, did not do that. So if I get quiet, it's because I'm doing my eyebrows. This requires so much precision. And I've been like doing Audrey Hepburn eyebrows, so like they're thick and like straight. So I'm trying to do that. So at that point, me and my mom were just like kind of butting heads on like who I was as a person because I wasn't like normal and I liked alternative music. I still like hip hop, but I just did not really care for it as much. I started to, not necessarily lash out, but I wanted piercings. I was like mad at my mom for not allowing me to get piercings. I was like, what the fuck? You're not letting me live my life. I was going through that phase like, fuck you, mom. You're ruining my life. I never said fuck you to my mom because my mom would like kill me and then disown me. Because Latin. But went through that phase. Then that's when my stepdad came to the picture. They started dating. I remember my mom, she asked us like, how would you feel if I started dating people? I was like, Mom, and I will never forget, I said this for verbatim. I was like, Mom, I think I was like 12. I was like, Mom, you're an adult. Like, you can do whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy is going to make me happy. And that was the truth. I was kind of scared because I feel like step-parents, like, only trying to win your heart when you're, like, when they're just trying to get with your mom or dad. They're only just trying to do it so they can get in their pants or whatever. I was like, fuck. I was like, they're only going to be nice to me for a certain period of time. But he was, like, a great father figure. He definitely helped me in my upbringing. He knew his place when it was, like, time to, like, when it was, like, time for discipline or whatever. It wasn't, like, his job. It was my mom's job. And, like, he was there. He gave me advice. He taught me a lot of things, like, how to fix cars. He taught me how to, care for myself and just, like, what do's and don'ts in, like, high school and college and stuff like that. He gave me, like, life experiences from, like, his, childhood. He was a really cool guy. I love him still. He's an amazing person. I'm so envious of his relationship with my mom. Like, they're so funny to me as, like, together. They're, like, my mom's such a cold and, like, aggressive person. He's just, like, such a recluse, which is really funny. So now lingering to my sophomore, junior year, I actually started to develop a crush for my friend who actually is my tattoo artist now. And he actually rejected me. He was my first rejection. It was so sad. So I started to develop a crush on him. Junior year is when I started to wear makeup and like started to experiment with it. I remember when I first got like a job, I would use my money and I ran. I remember the first paycheck I got, I ran. Because there, by my old place where I used to live with my mom, there was a Target. It had to be like a 15-minute walk, maybe less. But I bolted when I got my first check and got BB cream. And really funny, I actually bought BB cream and foundation. The BB cream was way too light and the foundation, hear this, I bought the foundation and I got the color tan because I was tan. And when I tell you tan is not my shade, I look like a fucking ghost in pictures. I wish I could show them, but I don't know how to do that in video and we're in a time crunch. So yeah, I started to experiment with makeup. I was wearing makeup like every day to school. I started to do my eyebrows. I used to do my eyebrows with like eyeliner. It was really funny just to see it's really fun to see where my makeup game has like come from and like how it is now. So I started to wear like eyeliner for my I put like eyeliner on my eyebrows. I would start wearing mascara. I started wearing BB cream. It was really funny, and like I started threading my brows. Like it was an experience. Like I remember one time I shaved my brows from like here, the hair, all the way from here to here, so it never grew back the same. My eyebrows were so tragic. They have been through absolute hell. Feel so bad for them. I actually have pictures on like my computer of like when my eyebrows used to look like. She was struggling. So as soon as that was done, one day, this is how we're gonna end off the teenage years. One day I was doing my makeup and I would always flush down the Q-tips for like when I would like clean up the mascara and stuff like that. I would always flush down like the any remnants of makeup. And one day I guess I forgot to flush the toilet and my mom found like black Q-tips and I was like, what is this? Are you wearing? She freaked out. And I knew I was about to get my ass beat when I got home. But luckily, I told my grandfather what was going on. I was like, save my ass, please. And like, he actually calmed my mom down. And he was just like, you know, it happens. Like, this is just who Bart is. My nickname is actually Bart because I used to laugh like Bart Simpson. That's according to my grandfather. But yeah, like, I was about to get my ass beat. And my grandfather's just like, you know, Bart's just going through it. Like, you have to let them figure out their sexuality and blah, 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 blah. Like, really defending me. And he was just like, I want Bart to meet their gay uncle to get a perspective on the LGBT community and to just, like, get, like, an insight on how to be yourself and just be, like, open about it and stuff like that. So that was when I was 17, going on 18. Or I was, yeah, and this is my senior year. And it really did shape who I am as a person. He really did help me a lot. Thank him for that. But It really shaped me. So my mom figured out that like I was wearing makeup. Not only that, she figured out about my sexuality. Everything was just like out in the open. It was a scary thing. For the like first week I came out, me and my mom did not speak. We were just like silent, chirping, nothing. I just go to school, text her when I'm at school, text her when I'm on my way home. Like, it was a process. So I think that's where I'll leave this video off. So the next video will be following when I graduate from high school to my college years to where I am now. So until next time, bye guys.